Hey guys, Ross here from Fit for Life Physical Therapy. Today I want to take an opportunity and talk about some soft tissue techniques, some self-massage techniques that we can do for our calves and for our butt muscles. This has come up a lot in my Facebook Live event, but also in the clinic. A lot of people were just talking to me about ways that they go about performing soft tissue work or self-massage to their calf muscles and then to their glutes. So I just want to talk about some of the do's and don'ts for those techniques. Now, the glute muscles and the calf muscles, those are muscles that we use a lot, and even if we're not having direct pain with them, they're still muscles that we want to keep nice and loose. It's all about muscle pliability. So whether you believe in Tom Brady's method or not, it's really true. It's a great book too. It's not a magic pill, so if that's what you're looking for, you're going to be very upset with it. But overall, the concept of it is pretty straightforward. So, usually the tools that we'll need are either going to be a lacrosse ball or something similar. I like the lacrosse ball because it really doesn't deform like a tennis ball, and we can use it pretty much all over. And then a foam roller. So we'll talk about the calves first. Now, the calf muscles are just the muscles that are in the back of the leg. And what a lot of people will do when they're on the foam roller, and usually I'll caution against this, is they'll get their legs right on top and they'll pick themselves up and start rolling themselves back and forth. And I think that's okay. The only problem is it puts unnecessary stress on our shoulders. So we can keep our butt right on the ground, and then usually what we'll see people do is just roll back and forth. Well, the only problem is with this technique, individuals usually flex their feet, roll back and forth because it's easier, but now it puts the muscle on stretch. So you're never going to be able to dig through the tissue. The goal of soft tissue release is to release the tissue. So you want to actually put the tissue in a shortened position or position of least resistance. So if you have a foam roller and you want to use it, typically what I'll have people do, place one leg on there, use the other leg just to prop them up, and then just roll it from side to side. It's nothing special at that point. So you're rolling in the direction of the foam roller and it's perpendicular to the fiber orientation of your calf muscles. So you can roll it up and down, you can go down towards the Achilles if you want. Nice and simple. You can do that, again, break it into threes. Just do it until it hurts less. Don't do it till it goes away, just till it hurts less. If you want to use a lacrosse ball, you're gonna take the lacrosse ball, slide it right underneath the area of the calf that you're trying to release. Then all I would want you to do, cross the other leg over. For some people, this is gonna be enough. For other individuals, you're just gonna then flex your foot back and forth. As you flex the tissue back and forth, that's gonna dig the ball even deeper. Back up a little more so you can see it. Calf sits right on top, and then flex back and forth. Every time I flex down, it softens the tissue, allows the ball to dig in, and then as I come back up, it then lengthens it. So it's a pin and stretch method. So usually I say 5 ankle pumps per hot spot, and usually I recommend finding 3 to 5 every time that you do it. And then for the glutes, oftentimes people will get on the foam roll. It's a large surface area, so the foam roll is okay to start with, especially if you're just starting out with this. If you're very sensitive, not a bad place to start, but it's a larger surface area, so it's not gonna dig in. What I prefer people will do, take the lacrosse ball, you're gonna locate the bone on the outside of your leg, some people call this the hip, and you're gonna put the ball just behind it in any part of the meaty tissue. From here, I'm gonna pick myself up and then drop my weight right on top of it. Now this is where most people get it wrong, or it's incomplete. With my right leg, I just want it to drop out to the side because I want the tissue to soften the best that it can. I want to dig through as much of the tissue as possible. You'll see people cross the leg up and over, which hurts. I'm not going to deny that. But the second I cross my leg over, it now puts the tissue on stretch. So now I can't actually dig through the tissue. We have to remember that with most of the muscles in our body, specifically the bigger ones, we're going to have the superficial layers, the middle layers, and the deep layers. If I cross my leg over, so it's already put on tension, and try to roll over a ball or the foam roller, I'm never getting to the deep layers. A lot of these soft tissue problems that we have are due to accumulation of stress over time. So if I don't get to those deepest, darkest layers, then we're always going to have these issues creeping up. So whether for the calf it's knee pain or ankle pain, could even be hip pain as far as the calf is concerned. If someone's having low back pain, if someone's having mid back pain, if someone's having thigh pain, just the calf and the hips are areas that I feel that there should be an ample amount of soft tissue pliability. So again, just a couple different tweaks that you guys can work on. It's gonna hurt, but the more you do it, the consistency is what allows some of that sensitivity to go away. I would also pair this with stretching, and we'll talk about specific stretches in another video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for joining.